Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Daily Market Report brought to you by Mike Bjork. Today is, Good Friday, actually, April 6th, and hope you guys have a wonderful upcoming weekend. Happy Passover to our Jewish friends, and happy Easter to all the Christians out there. Just want to wish you guys a wonderful weekend coming up here. And we're going to jump into the economic news releases. The biggie today is non-farm payrolls for March. Last month in February, we had 240,000 new jobs that were created. We're estimated about 210,000 and whoops, dropped down to 120. So huge disappointment, about half of what we had last month. So this is going to look too good here. Unemployment rate for March, we had 8.3. We estimated to remain the same, and that one dipped a little bit. That one looks to be primarily because a lot of people just kind of dropped out of the market. So that's the reason why I think the unemployment rate dropped a little bit. Average hourly earnings for March. February we had 0.3%. They estimated to be about 0.2 for March and came in expectations, so we're kind of set for there. But overall, kind of disappointing numbers when you factor that only 120,000, or about half of what they were kind of estimating to be new jobs that were created, or new jobs. So we'll jump over to headline news. Basically, the stock market is close, so they're not reacting. But if you look at the futures, it's swinging very negatively. So on Monday, when the traders come back from vacation, most likely it's going to reflect pretty negatively on Monday. So we'll kind of see how Monday shakes out. So just be on the cautious side if you're trading on the stocks. So we're going to jump. So if you want to do a weekend review, basically what kind of set the tone this week was the Fed minutes when it was released on Tuesday, basically because they didn't mention anything in regards to quantitative easing 3 or QE3. That kind of set the tone for the rest of the week. So that's why you see the stock market kind of tanking a bit this past week. We had some mixed news. Like yesterday, we had some retail stores showing some good numbers for March. And then ADP numbers were decent, stuff like that. So today will be a big news, so obviously that's going to bring it back a bit. So and also keep in mind we do have historically lows coming up for the stock market, so that could obviously pose well better for the bond market. Typically May through October is usually kind of a negative where the stock market goes in a slump. So be cautious on that side again if you're trading on the stock market. So on the bond side of things here, we do have the bond market is open for part of the day today. It's going to close early, but we had a huge opening gap, as we can see here. Yesterday we were dropped downwards and touched basically settled on the 100-day moving average. We jumped up about 50 basis points, and now we're up another 24. So we're up about 75 basis points from where we left off yesterday. Pretty big news right here. So I would, if you guys have anything floating out there, I would definitely lock in now. At some point, this gap is going to obviously close. We still haven't completely closed this gap, so at some point we're going to have to close these gaps here. We will have a bond rollover coming up shortly, probably next week, so be prepared for that. What that means essentially is, even though most likely will probably come down about 30 some basis points, it's usually on the average, but it doesn't change our pricing. It just the bonds are packaged and sold, and then they start fresh on the new pricing for it. So means that rate it didn't affect rates in a negative or a positive manner. Just it's starting over, and many times it'll start down here where technically it should be up this way. So, all right, you guys have a wonderful weekend. I will catch you guys on Monday, and again, rates are a lot better today compared. So with this high increase of the bond market where we're at right now, that improved rates dramatically. You guys have a wonderful weekend. See you on Monday.